Willie D Live.
In this business, there's no redemption. I wish there was. Okay, like for example, as far as redemption, people go, Godfrey, how come you're not at a level, man? You should be, how are you not in more movies? I go, man, hey man, there's certain things in the business that you can't control. There's people that don't fuck with you. I don't know. I'm doing my best. You know, in all of Hollywood, there have been some woulda, coulda, shoulda motherfuckers that were just as talented and just didn't get there. But I said, here's an example. I asked my manager, who I just fired.
You spoke of his manager in present tense.
I gave him the fucking...
And then spoke of him in past tense.
Yeah, I just gave him the, and stay out. Remember in them cartoons? Yeah. And stay out with the foot. But I asked him before, this was a few months before I fired his ass. Feels good to say that shit too. I said, hey man, is there maybe, because people are asking me, did you piss somebody off in Hollywood or some shit? I go, I don't think so. I ain't never fucked nobody's wife. I never disrespect nobody's woman. I don't do shit like that. I don't owe anybody any money. I know motherfuckers that owe me money and act like they don't owe me money. Be standing right next to you. I go, you owe me $2,000, no? That type of shit. But I know I'm clean slate. If people don't like me because I talk what I talk on stage, I'm not changing that. If people are mad because I go, hey, I think black women are awesome, or I think if I have this black pride that you're mad at, I'm not changing that. I have friends from every race. I don't hate anybody. I just hate people who behave like shit. Whether they're black, whether they're white, whether they're I don't care. If you act like a fucking idiot, I'm gonna call you out. You know. So my manager couldn't wait to say, well, there's one guy that you did, and you did, because it was a Comedy Central meeting, and he said that I was a little fucked up when it didn't go that well. And I said, wait, I was trying to think. I said, when was this? Oh, it was at what time my father had passed away. You know, my father had passed away, so I was just not in the right, I was just, you know, I wasn't feeling, because my father's gone, you know? That's like, what? Because my mother died longer before that. But my father's gone, I'm like, damn. So I think I was just subconsciously I just wasn't in the right place. And I remember the meeting, I was just not into it, because I didn't feel like being there. And I was like, you know, the dude is asking me questions like, oh, so what are you trying to do with Comedy Central? I was like, I don't know, you wanted to see me, I don't know. You know, Comedy Central is not that funny. It's like, you guys don't really use people like me. I'm from a different school. I remember I told the guy, I'm from a different school of comedy. He goes, what school is that? I said, funny motherfuckers. I'm from the school of funny motherfuckers. I don't know anything else. I grew up on Eddie Murphy. I grew up just Richard Pryor, Don Rickles, Joan Rip. I grew up on funny people. That's all I know is to be funny. And I don't think Comedy Central is that funny anymore. You got mediocre people. There's mediocre people that you're tricking us into thinking they're funny. This is what I said in the meeting. I said, these are mediocre people. This is not funny. I know, I come from funny, Bernie Mac. That's what I came from that. You know what I'm saying?
With that, if I'm in the meeting and I'm an executive at Comedy Central,
I'm being a dick.
Something like that.
I'm being a dick.
Well, I'm gonna do one or two things. I'm gonna either hate your fucking guts and be thinking about, if I swing on this motherfucker, how much time could I get? Now I swing.
But that's
I'm either thinking like, I'm either thinking, fuck this guy, or I'm thinking to myself, you know, maybe he's right. And if he is right, maybe I can tighten things up a little bit, and we can get,
But a lot of times, that's too logical. They'd rather be like, he said that, because it ended up being, I was rude in the meeting. That was the report back. Because he didn't even like the fact that he went, I remember the guy came.
But was you rude?
I wasn't really that rude. I wasn't as rude as, I'm being a little intense, but I was like, I wasn't that intense. I was like, yeah, I said, you know, Comedy Central, because I used to do Comedy Central. When it was Premium Blend, I did my first half-hour special on Comedy Central. That was when all of us were on there. Bill Burr, me, boom. It was like a lot of Patrice O'Neal. It was like dope. And then all of a sudden it shifted into this alty, soft. It was just not what it used to be.